As they get off the bus, they're ready to go. Illuminating the landscape, Sears Tower and the rest of the Chicago skyline as night falls upon us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You take a look at New York. Early on, they've got the third best record. And, of course, the Bulls currently a ways below.
When I look at Chicago, by all accounts, the changes they made in the offseason are just not working out for them.
Now, lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but we've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
Before we get started, we've got just enough time to head over to the sideline. Allie?
Hey, Brian, the Chicago Bulls made the playoffs once in the last 6 seasons. Head coach Billy Donovan took over last season and said, this is a hard-working, good group of guys. They want to win. They're learning how to. Guys, with the additions they've made, Chicago is hoping to accelerate that learning curve.
All right, thanks, Allie. Well, Grant, you were a master of meshing with your teammates. How key is being on the same page early in the year?
Oh, it's so important, especially early in the season. Teams that can come together and mesh as a core have a great advantage at the start of the season.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Fournier, the 2, Barrett at the small forward. Inside, we have Randall and Robinson. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. And for Chicago, Ball and Levine make up the backcourt. Ersan Ilyasova is out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's DeRozan in at small forward. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Ball finds Levine. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Robinson with the block. Outside Fournier. And the bucket is good.
Fournier coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now here's Levine. On the take. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first point.
Just a really gifted athlete. Levine's speed makes him an effective penetrator. And Zach LaVine just continues to refine his game. His shot selection has really improved. He's much more choosy on when he shoots.
Here's DeRozan. Last game, he had 28 points. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. Robinson in the post. He's covered by Levine. Robinson can't hit. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the floor. You know, while Levine is picking up his spots a bit more, he is still the guy for this team late in games.
He really is. I mean, he can create a shot for himself any trip down the floor. He's been the de facto leader for a while for this Bulls club, and nobody else has as much experience on late game shots.
Now here's Walker. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Shot is good by Barrett.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now that's an assertive offensive talent. DeRozan is able to use his size to his advantage.
Walker passes to Robinson. Here's Randall. Sinks that one from the post.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Ball against Walker. Ball passes to Levine. Here's Ilyasova. Uses the glass on the layup.
Easy to forget that Ilyasova can handle his business down there on the block, but he's much more of a spot-up guy.
Pass to Robinson. Randall, right side. Robinson on the wing. He's covered by Levine. Robinson passes to Walker. Back to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Another shot. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball.
for him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And when he's got momentum on his way to the basket, DeRozan is going to finish hard. No reason to take any chances there.
Here's Walker. The Bulls making their last shot. Outside Barrett. The three ball. They get it again. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, Randall not giving up on that play. Smells that one out. Grabs the ball and gets two more.
Inside. Here's Ilyasova. And the jam by Ilyasova.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And the Knicks call time here. This game following their win against the Rockets.
They really had a strong night shooting the basketball. They got hot and stayed hot.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
Chicago making some changes. Williams has checked in for Ilyasova. White comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's Caruso in for Ball. For New York, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Rose, the pass to Burks. Fires the three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside White. DeRozan outside.
Two minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Noel with the rebound. For New York, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, when Nerlens Noel stays very confident offensively, good things like this tend to happen.
The Bulls making a switch here. Jones has checked in.
2 shots.
And that one drops. So now they lead by 1.
Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
Now here's White. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. And that one's good.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And Kobe White on the offensive end. Man, he is so good at changing his pace.
But he's gotten better and better since entering the league. He keeps the defenders guessing and has a great sense of timing of when to hit the gas.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Kevin for 3.
For Chicago, they've got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Here's White. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
To the left side wing. And that one is stuffed right through.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And it's the Bulls with the ball after the basket by New York. Outside White. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Nerlens Noel.
First team foul. At the line for Chicago, Kobe White. At the line for 2.
No good on that one. And the Knicks making a change here. Quickly's checked in. And he's good on the second. New York has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Pass to Burks. There's the three. Chicago grabs the miss. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
They had a lot of breaks go their way in that game, and hey, they cashed in when they could.
Yeah, the last game it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Here's Rose. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Jacks up a three. Drops in the three.
Both teams are hot. This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Knicks. They're up by 4. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range to this point. Always nice to start out like that.
I'm loving the ping-pong action of the ball tonight. A decent number of assists so far.
They've got Alex Caruso. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's White in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Looking at the modern game, Grant, what adjustments would you have to make in your game to thrive in the league today?
Well, I would have worked more on developing the three-point shot. Back in the 90s, it was more about the mid-range game, a la Michael Jordan. But these guys now, they live at the arc, and that's just not how we did it back in the day when I was playing. What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Rose. And that one drops for him. And now it's a 10-point New York lead.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Chicago calls timeout.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the time?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
Chicago making some changes. Ilyasova's checked in for Vucevic. Levine comes in for Jones. And it's Ball in for White. Now here's Levine. 14 points for him last game against Denver.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Alec Burks.
Some of the hottest players in the league to show you now. The top scorers among shooting guards during the previous 10 games. Zach LaVine is second.
Yeah, the absolute best of the best at the shooting guard position. I mean, they can score the ball and flat out dominate defenses.
Well, these are the assassins of the NBA right there. The players who can turn a game on its head when they start to feel it. They are almost always the primary focus of the opposing defense.
First one falls for him. DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Chicago. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Knicks with the lead. Rose outside. From deep. He can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home.
Wow, what a play.
This is where Lonzo Ball gets you excited. As a teammate, he's going to get you the ball.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Works for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Caruso. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Ball against Burks. Count that bucket. Burks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Ball against Rose. Ball passes to Levine. Tough touch off the glass. Levine's got 9.
Athletic play from Levine down in the paint, using his physical gifts to navigate to a shot.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. To the inside, DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Burks passes to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, and putting on a bit of a show here.
The Bulls have gotten off to a perfect 4 for 4 start in the second. Pass to Caruso. Off target from outside. For New York, they've gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Down low. Here's Burks. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And the coaching staff enjoying that as Randall is becoming a bit more of a facilitator.
Ball passes to Levine. Fires for 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Now a timeout called by New York.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Get up and get loud for the Lovable.
White, he's checked in for Caruso. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Kobe White.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Knox. 3-pointer. And they recover it. Here's Gibson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, I'm sure the scouting report had something like put a body on Taj Gibson. That time the defense did not.
Ball with it. Picked up by Fournier. They get the rebound. The Knicks have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Pass to Knox. And stolen by Ilyasova. Walker against Ball. Here's Levine. DeRozan, left side. It's blocked.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Here's Walker. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 9-point New York lead.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Ilyasova up top. Pass to White. 4-3. No good. New York goes the other way with it. Now Fournier. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Fournier's got his second basket of the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. It's Walker on the wing. Driving inside. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, I have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Kevin Knox II. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Knicks substitution.
Ball finds Vucevic to end the run.
Noel is an active defender and right now annoying some of the shot selection from the opponent.
And so it's the New York Knicks up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even, and they kept it close, trailing by at the most 4 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Knicks.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. Can't match up physically, you're toast. That's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, one of the stories here, Alec Burks getting it done today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. Barrett plays the small forward with Randall in at the 4. Kemba Walker's out there with Evan Fournier. And it's Robinson in at center, filling out the middle.
They have no answer defensively inside.
To the middle. Here's Levine. Tries again. And the layup is good. Levine's got 11 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this.
Oh, man!
Oh!
The assist.
Randall with a
Kemba
great
Walker.
effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Ball passes to Levine. Here he goes. And the dunk by Levine.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
New York has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Barrett against Levine. Shot is good by Barrett. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, he's going to find a way to score. RJ sniffing out the opportunity there. Last year for RJ Barrett, BA, how the game is already starting to slow down for him.
Shot by Levine, no good. For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. And it's Ilyasova with the rebound.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And the power finish by Vucevic.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. And Barrett flashing potential as a stopper.
That's a great sign. I mean, he can be out there on the floor, and you can take confidence in the fact that on nights, if he doesn't have it going offensively, he'll still dig in on D.
Oh, come on, BA. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Ball passes to Vucevic.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving.
That's his
For
first
example,
personal foul.
look at what he's done with this
First
perimeter
team
shooting.
foul. At the line for Chicago, Nikola Vucevic. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Vucevic. The Bulls making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Burks, he's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Walker. And so Vucevic nails both of them. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
From inside, Barrett fighting twice as hard, working through that contact and trying to get a shot off.
And Grant, throughout your career, you mostly played in the smaller markets. You think the league is doing enough to help them compete?
I think so. I mean, look, Milwaukee just won a championship. An incredible season they had last year. I think they're doing the right thing between revenue sharing, the salary cap, the luxury tax. And remember, the players' union will always favor freedom of movement for its players.
You can count on R.J. Barrett to come at you night after night. He plays with a lot of determination, and at some point will lead a ball club.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
At the line for Chicago, Lonzo Ball, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
I think Lonzo is doing a better job at this stage of taking his game just a lot more serious than when he came into the league.
So he gets them both.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Robinson. The shot comes out. Vucevic with some nice D. Ball passes to DeRozan. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Ball with a steal. And here come the Bulls again. Chicago on the run. And the dunk by Levine.
Lonzo's instincts on the defensive end paying off there. Just able to stay long and get that steal to start the break.
Count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
That's
The
his
plan working to
personal
perfection
foul.
there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Some changes for
Mitchell
Chicago.
Robinson.
Williams is checked
At
in
the
for
line for
DeMar
one.
DeRozan. And it's Jones in for Levine. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Toppin's checked in. Free throw good. Robinson.
It didn't take long for a lot of people to take notice just how dominant a defensive player Mitchell Robinson was going to be in this league.
Ball passes to Vucevic. Robinson with the block. And he recovers it.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And yep, it's good. Burks has got 11 points.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Pass to Caruso. Rose comes with a double. Left side Williams. Ball outside. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Off the left rim and out. For New York, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. To the paint. Here's Burks. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Well, how about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
The Bulls have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Burks against Ball. Outside Jones. Looking to win the run. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Jones has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. New York calls timeout. White, he's checked in for Chicago. Noel, he's checked in for New York. Quickly comes in for Rose. The Knicks shooting at a very efficient 67%. Pass to Noel. Shoots over Vucevic. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
White, the pass to Williams. 1:07 left to play in the third quarter here. The Knicks have gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. On the wing, Burks. Chicago grabs the miss. Outside White. On the wing, Jones, guarded by Barrett. Outside, Williams. Back to White. Blocked! 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Burks. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
They're really working the paint now.
Chicago has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's White. On target from about 13 feet. White's got 7 points in the game.
With the utmost belief in his game, he's able to beat opponents in a number of ways.
Here's Toppin. And he comes up with a bucket. And the Knicks lead by 15.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Knicks up by 15. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense. It's together.
A little help from your friends. Billy Donovan preaching it. Are these guys listening?
Well, you also have to credit the other team. Obviously, their offensive play calling is having an effect. We'll see what the response is.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. There's Son Ilyasova is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And how about the mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Williams. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Julius Randle's checked in for Toppin. Here's DeRozan. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
There's so much experience behind the game of Ersan Ilyasova. That's just a smart pass.
Now Walker. Quickly outside. And stolen by Caruso. On the wing, DeRozan. Outside White. Clock at 6. And it's Caruso on the take. DeRozan finds some space. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
6 of their last 10 points have come from that mid-range area.
To the left wing. And it's Randle that time on the assist by Walker.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Inside, here's Jones. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Defensive foul. Julius Randle. That's
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In the first half, we saw them doing it, and they continue to succeed as the game is worn on.
Another thing they've done well tonight is to share the basketball. So many of their buckets have just been off crisp offensive sets, setting up their shooters.
And New York shooting the ball with purpose. They're 68% from the field. Fournier against DeRozan. Walker for three. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Randle against DeRozan. Up top, Levine. Ilyasova. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it in.
Offensive rebounds are always equated with effort, and Ilyasova had it there.
Fournier with the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 13.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Caruso. Walker covering. Caruso with the bucket. Now a timeout called by New York.
New York calls timeout. Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise.
Chicago making some changes. Nikola Vucevic, he's coming in for Jones. And it's Ball in for Caruso. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Barrett comes in for Quickly. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team, and he implored them to be patient at the offensive end. He wants to use every second of the shot clock. He said, quote, if we take care of the ball and take our time and play D, this game is ours.
Great work, Allie, thanks. Here's Levine for 3. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Unable to get that one. Good D by Ilyasova. DeRozan against Fournier. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Outside Fournier. Here's Robinson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, he's a physical big down low, and I think he expects this kind of traffic around him as Mitchell Robinson comes through.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Ball with it. Randle's in his pocket. Pass to Ilyasova. Back to Ball. To the inside. Vucevic. And he lays it up and in.
Well, he's a great floor general out there. You can see that Ball is consistent at looking to distribute and find guys in the right spot.
Robinson passes to Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. They're behind by 11. 1:44 left in the game. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Julius Randle.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
This crowd had no idea what they were in for. He came in and silenced them with a dominant performance. He was an intimidating presence tonight. This audience didn't seem to affect him in the slightest.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
That's good from Robinson on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 6 assists here tonight. Ball outside. Pass to Vucevic. From the right block. He can't hit that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Knicks.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're going to battle hard.
And what a huge performance it was for Julius Randle.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Vucevic's shot is off.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Nice shot by Walker.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Well, Vucevic has finished a couple times in the top 10 of offensive boards, in part because of his feel for the game.
And so this one belongs to the Knicks. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.